Finance Minister has presented the budget, which is quite forward-looking and very, very positive and futuristic. A lot of welcome steps and announcements have been made by the Finance Minister, especially on the indirect tax front, including GST. Clearly a roadmap for the GST to be implemented by 1st April 2016. Extremely positive announcement. On the direct tax front, certainly honest attempt has been made to clarify several doubts and the litigation prone areas by the Finance Minister. If you look at GAR, there was an expectation that GAR should be deferred at least by 2 years. That expectation has been met. Also, he has clarified that all the investments up to 1st April 2017 would not be within the net of GAR, which is, I think, very welcome step. Similarly, he has made an honest attempt to clarify several doubts which were expressed on the indirect transfer by clarifying that substantial value in India means at least 50% of the value should be in India for the overseas transfer to be taxed in India. Very welcome step. And similarly, the small transfers up to 5% has been exempted under the indirect transfer, which is again quite a move in right direction. Similarly, attempt has been made to exempt the local domestic AIF funds and make it tax pass-through, which has been demanded by the industry for last several years. The only dampener there is 10% TDS or a withholding tax, which is levied. I'm not sure whether how that TDS liability will work in case of a foreign investor. I think that needs a certain clarification, whether treaty benefit would be given to the foreign investor. Apart from this, there is a new provision which is place of effective management or POEM, which has been introduced, which has been a bit of surprise because that was never discussed, but it was part of the DTC, and now that DTC is buried, Finance Minister, I think, has thought it's appropriate to bring that provision into the current income tax law. POEM is going to be a bit difficult because several corporates which are overseas and having some control or management in India, even for a day in a year, could be liable to tax on their global income. In India, it leads to a bit of absurd situation, and I think needs reconsideration in terms of bringing the definition of POEM in line with the OECD model, where there is no reference to at any time during the year. So I think that is very important to clarify by the Finance Minister while finalizing the finance bill. Also, attempt has been made to provide for safe harbor rules for the offshore funds, which has been a positive step, and clearly it's welcome by the industry. However, the conditions prescribed to avail the safe harbor rules are quite restrictive and needs considerable liberalization. I think that also needs to be borne in mind. So all in all, a very honest attempt to bring clarity, ease of doing business in India and Make in India budget. However, needs certain clarifications to make it more taxpayer friendly.